the baptism of His faith, and not baptized in the name of Jesus, and he received the power of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Amen.
That was cool. Hello, welcome everybody. Jason's muted there.
There we go.
All right.
Unmute.
Let's see. Did we have the? Okay, let me do this. Let me hit more, add files. Let's see. Bam. Come on. Load it. There we go. Boom. Background is changed to the new flyer. All right. Let's share this out. Let's get a lot of. Oh, we got 2 people in here. How y'all doing? Let's share this out. I'm going to share this to a bunch of folks. Let's see. Let me go in here. Oh, there it is right there. Kuno's Outdoors Ministries is live. Let's see. Boom. I just sent this to Adam. Excuse me. Let me send this to a bunch of other people. How's everybody doing? We got 3 people in here. This is so cool.
Woo-woo. 3 people want to hear about me.
Hey, we need more than 3 people.
I think they're all in the room right now.
They're all in the room. They're all in the room right now. All right, let's see.
He's got to go add everything in right now.
Yeah, I'm sharing everything now. I gotta share it to my personal page too. Once I share it to Kwake Radio team chat, I'm sending this to Messenger to a lot of people. Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam.
Whoa, Black Betty. Let's see. I don't know why that stupid song just stuck in my head just then. But I say, thing going wild. All right, let me share this to a bunch of people. All right, that'll be plenty of people to share this to. Let's see. SP. Oh, you stupid computer. Why are you not typing? How y'all doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
Typical Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Awesome. It's Tuesday. I wish it was Saturday.
Yeah, what day do you do the dirt track racing announcing? Is that
yeah, it's on Saturday. So I'll be working this Saturday.
I was telling Darren earlier, I'm like, I think it's Saturday. Maybe it's Friday. I can't keep track what day it is.
Yeah, sometimes we do them on Fridays. We did last year, but we're not this year. Mostly Saturdays this year. But if we ever don't do a Friday show, that is because we had a makeup date that got rained out, so we're having to make it up. So we would do it on Friday and then do a next one on Saturday, or it would be just a big 2-night race to begin with.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see. All right, I just shared this to like 20 or 30 inboxes. And hopefully somebody actually clicked the link and watch it. Because usually I send it out to a lot of people. And all right, let's see. Now let me share this to my personal page so I can tag Jason. And I think it's actually live on your personal page and mine, but it won't let us change the setting until after the live is over, which is stupid.
It is what it
used to Facebook and StreamYard would let me change it. I would go in there while I was live and click the setting icon, and then it would let me change it from hidden to friends, and I could do that while I was live. But now it only does it after the live is over. It's like, what's the point in me even going live on my personal page? Which people do come back and watch it afterwards, so I guess still.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. View with and tag JASON. Bam, bam. And one more tag. Kwake Radio, bam. Share now. All right, let me make sure. Bam, and right here. Oh, that's Unchained with Jeff Brooks. Okay, so we're live on Unchained with Jeff Brooks too. Cool. Did not know that.
Yeah, I got yours, mine.
Sweet.
Kwake Radio Productions. Then the YouTube pages, and then
Sweet.
Jeff Brooks then your Coon Hunters and Jeff Brooks. So it's like 6, 7 places. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sweet, you're balling.
I guess it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 pages. We're at 8 spots. Only 6 are visible.
Okay, cool.
So.
All right, boom. I just tagged a whole bunch of people. Okay. So let's do this.
Let's get into this.
Yeah, let's get into it. We got 6 people in here.
Somebody liked it too. Somebody
liked it. I don't know who liked it. Oh, I appreciate whoever tuned in that clicked the like button. That means a lot. Y'all share this out. I want everybody to hear this message. Sorry, my phone was ringing. I'll call him back. So this is my awesome friend, Jason Katz. He is the owner and inventor of the. We got his. And so, Jason, talk about your. There's the cool picture of Jason, by the way, the flyer. But talk about. Yeah. So talk about how you started. Kwake Radio.
Let's do some introductions here. I mean, you know who I am, but who's this other guy to whatever that would be, my right, his left, your left?
Yes.
This is Mr. Darren over here. Or 3D. So a little story with him, with Darren here. We met probably 2 months ago? So probably mid-May, would it be?
Yeah, about no, actually that was
was it June?
I want to say probably early July, because I started McDowell late June, and then met you about a week or so afterwards.
Okay, so yeah, so I started in early May. Basically, we had met at this center they have here in Louisville for School for the Blind. I like the story of how we met, but you tell it best when we passed in the hallway. So tell that story. You tell it much better than I do.
Hazel says it's hard to hear, Jason.
Who's hard to hear? Me or him?
I am.
Oh, she said Jason.
No. Well, the way I met Jason was actually by accident. He was in a hallway, and I thought he was somebody else. So there was a guy with a very similar body build to him. His name is Ray. So I literally was walking past. I was like, "Hey, Ray." He said, "I'm not Ray." And he said, "I'm Jason." I was like, "Okay," and kept walking. And then later he caught up with me, and he was like, "So basically, he told me his diagnosis, which was RP, retinitis pigmentosa." And I said, "I have the same diagnosis." And after that, for some odd reason, he never stopped talking. So we just hit it off really well with talking about different things, about adjusting to our impairments, learning how no RP is the same. So even though we have a similar diagnosis, it affects us both very differently. And I can't remember exactly how long he's been diagnosed with it, but I know his progression is different from mine. I've had mine for about 5, almost 7 years, off and on. And so I was basically just trying to educate him to let him know, like, the school is there to teach you skills to help you when it progressively gets worse. But the best thing about the school at the time was that all of us were going through the same thing. So it was a nice community where everybody was going through similar walks of life and different difficulties. And we all kind of bonded through that, through, similarities, humor, and all kinds of other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
What up, Jeff?
Yeah. So
What's happening?
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. I tried to get in, and I don't know what was going on, but I finally figured it out.
Oh, I know. And now we lost Jared. Now Jared's left. But yeah, I've been diagnosed since February, so it's been 6 months with my diagnosis. Oh, Jared's back.
I know what was going on. Jeff was down at Chuck E. Cheese playing skee ball.
No, my wife made dinner, and I tell you what, boy, was it good.
Oh, it tastes so good, make you slap your whole family and your cousins.
Twice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, twice. That means it's showing up good. So that's cool how y'all met. So how long have y'all known each other?
Since June.
Yeah, since June.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hazel says that is what one of my brothers had.
Gotcha. Yeah, they say it's on the rare side of things, but like you said, the different ways of progression. Some have central vision loss, some have peripheral loss. So together we could see really well, and the other is completely blind. So
Wow.
if we joined forces, one would have really good sight. But
so if you were a superhero, what would your power be?
not walking downstairs. But so that's the most recent part of the testimony. There was how God's put us in a place where, within minutes of where we live, there's a center for school for the blind. I could learn things in that way, and then meet the community that exists there, and Darren being one of them, to be able not just have the same diagnosis, but also be able to help, in essence, guide me through it as well. So that's a God story in that, at that end result. Where we're at currently. But Jeff, like I said earlier, I was going to make it easy where you guys kind of ask questions and then I'll answer them because I could easily veer off. So keep me directed.
So
keep me in
tell
the lane.
Tell us how you started Kwake Radio, the Christian station. What gave you the idea?
What gave me the idea? Well, Judy tells the story better than I do. But with it, I was, about a year and a half saved. And a lot of people listen to Caleb and all that stuff. And she got tired of me complaining about not hearing the music that I liked, which was the hip hop, the hard rock, and all that kind of stuff. So after enough of me complaining about it, she said, why don't you start your own station? So with that, I took her advice. And one of my coworkers at Walmart was basically, he was in the faith, and he had just finished broadcasting school for radio broadcasting. So with those two added together, we decided to start a station. We talked about it early 2016, so like January, February. And then by May, we were planning our first event, and I think in July, I'm going to go with 9th. That sounds right in my head. We had our first event at a event room at a pretty rundown hotel area in Galesburg, Illinois. And we had the artist Jason, who's from St. Louis, and then Eric Steven, who does the nerdcore stuff, were our first two artists that we had. And we did a little concert out there. We had probably 15 people, if that. And that's including the sound guy, the artists, and us. So we didn't have a whole lot. But it was a free show, and that was our start. It wasn't just music, like on the radio aspect. It was outreach events and that kind of doing concerts and whatnot. And so that was early 2016. Here we are 10 years later. So
Wow.
I think that answered that.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I mean, so you had this vision because you're like me. You're tired of hearing the same old stuff that K-Love plays, and you wanted something different. And you said, okay, we want to give a spotlight to all these other genres, underground Christian rap, Christian rock music, and still play the Christian worship music, but just do the stuff that K-Love don't play, and it worked out great.
Yeah. And basically, I mean, I got into the music with the hip hop and the metal, and you just didn't hear that stuff on K-Love and Air One and all that stuff. That didn't really exist out there. So I figured.
And you were actually rocking to Modest Yahoo.
Yep. That was early on, even before the faith. When he's a Jewish reggae rapper, reggae, and being Jewish, I was like, well, there you go. And then with that, he has a song "King Without a Crown," and that's where the name came from. And if you do KWAC, it just doesn't look right. KWAK, that's Kwake. That's not a good name for.
Right.
We added the E in there for every day, so because he's always he's on the crown every day. But Modest Yahoo was the start of that aspect. So there's still some Jewish roots in this stuff.
Sure.
So what kind of, okay, so you said he was a Jewish rapper to start off?
Well, he's a Jewish. Yeah, he does Jewish reggae.
Okay.
Or rap. I mean, there's some rap in there, but it's more reggae.
Yeah.
So what year was that you heard that song and decided that's the name?
Oh, first time I heard the song was probably, I don't know, a couple years before that. But that was the name we had pulled together when we were deciding to make the station and stuff. So we went with King Without a Crown, and then we added. It wasn't originally KWAKE. It was just King Without a Crown, and then we added that. We switched it later because there's a lot to have in there. King Without a Crown. People have a hard time remembering all that. They remember Kwake.
So,
Kwake.
When was that? About what? 2010? 2000? Well, let's see.
16.
2016.
16 was when we started. I think 2017. I probably changed it to Kwake.
Okay.
What up, John?
And then radio came in a little bit after that because I heard the Lecrae song, "Tell the World." He says, "I'm going to broadcast it like a radio."
Yeah.
You can tell the world, and I'm like, "Oh, that just kind of is Kwake Radio." There we go. That fits. It makes more sense. It all kind of. It was a building in. Was in process there. It wasn't just straight up Kwake Radio from the beginning. It was a journey to get to the name. But
And that's a good song. It's a tell the world, tell them that I'm brand new. And I love that song. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
So you, so you've met a lot of different artists through this, and then you have basically put a Christian radio station for up north on the map, and now I'm trying to get people down here to listen, and then just trying to get his people to listen. So I think you started a great thing, and I think the future of Christian radio is here. And I encourage everybody to go to the scrolling across the screen there, kwakeradio.com, or you can go down and click the link I have posted in each section there. But there's a link, you can click it later. It takes you to the website, and then of course you can listen to us on Live 365 official. And tell us about when you got saved, or tell us your story of how you got saved. Here.
Which part do you want to start with?
Start from the beginning.
I tell you, if I could just real quick interject.
Go ahead.
Jason, I would really love to hear in this the dynamics of what this did to you culturally, because you were Jewish. So I would like to hear
okay.
that piece. And then, obviously, spiritually, we know what happened, right? But I would like people, because, a lot of people aren't very well versed in the Jewish faith. Okay. And they only know what they've heard or anything. Not a lot of people study them. Okay. At least Christians really diving into it. And I'm interested to hear like how did your family dynamics change? Were you ostracized by some? Tell us about that too, if you would.
Okay. Thank you for the direction. In short, I would say I was Jewish by nature. We were very, very Reformed Jews. And by Reformed, we got down to celebrating Hanukkah in one day. It's an 8-day holiday. So we just didn't have the time for that.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrated Christmas, but in essence, we were doing Hanukkah. But the only day we had off, everybody had off, was Christmas Day / my dad's birthday. My dad was born on Christmas Day. So the family would get together on Christmas Day. My dad dressed up as Santa Claus because we just knew as a character, like the Easter Bunny or Spider-Man or Batman. I mean, Santa Claus was nothing relevant in that way. So we celebrated Christmas as Jewish as you can get it, with Hanukkah candles and Hanukkah gelt and all that stuff. But no, we stuck to our eating kosher-ish. Didn't really eat pork much. We eventually did. We found out bacon cheeseburgers were delicious. Said, if I'm going to hell, I'm going to be eating a bacon cheeseburger on my way. The neighborhood I grew up in was very diverse. We had, I would say, it was God's paintbrush. I mean, all different colors, all different nationalities, all different religions. I mean, and my cousins and aunt and uncle lived 3 doors down. So we had our Jewish family just literally, a couple doors down that aspect. Like I said, both my parents were born and raised Jewish. My dad was bar mitzvahed. My brother and I weren't bar mitzvahed. We chose not to. So we weren't. That's where it says very, very Reformed. We didn't do that stuff. And then, we just kind of fell away from the faith in that aspect. We didn't do high holiday stuff. We didn't do anything like that. Didn't follow the Sabbath of any sort. As we got older, my dad fell away from the faith. My mom kind of fell away from it as well, which meant that we fell away from the faith because you just kind of follow what your parents do.
Right.
So for teenage years, high schoolish, I was pretty I'd say atheist for quite a bit there. Let's see. As you said, was I ostracized coming to faith? My brother didn't talk to me for 10 years. We're Jewish, we don't do that. But
Right.
That's down the road. But like, trying to kind of stay in path. So when my wife and I got married, I still hung on to the Jewish culture. Tried to have some Jewish traditions of the wedding. She kept some of her Christian stuff in the wedding, so we kind of did a mixture of both. We weren't married by a pastor. We weren't married by a rabbi. It wasn't Justice of the Peace, but it was a minister of sorts that could perform weddings.
Mm-hmm.
We did the whole traditional you put the glass down and stomp on it kind of thing, and he had the candles and that kind of stuff. So we did a mixture of both. So I still held on to even though I was not a believer, but culturally I still kept some Jewish stuff.
Right.
In that aspect, we didn't follow the faith. Fast forward, so we got married in 2001. In 2003, my dad passed away. And then I spent a summer going to the cemetery where he was at. I didn't handle it well, to put it simply. I'd go to the cemetery. Now I know I was kind of asking for God to give me direction or prayer, but I would ask him, like, if you're there, let me know you're there. I was asking for my dad, but if you've ever been in an open field / cemetery, and then it's pardon the language, dead silence, and there's no wind blowing, and all of a sudden the wind picks up and just comes across for like 3 seconds and then stops, and that's it. Right after I asked to show that you're here. A couple times later, I went back, did the same thing on a windy day, and all of a sudden the wind just dies down and stops, and then picks back up again. And this is the cemetery is right outside of Chicago, so it's a very hustle and bustle kind of area. So there's always noise, always traffic, always that kind of stuff. So I didn't know that was actually God answering what I was asking for. This is like 2003. So I'm still kind of hanging out in, now I'm agnostic because I'm like, well, I believe there's something there. I mean, there was something responded to. And then in end of 2007, my mom got ill and ended up in the, technically the burn unit in Milwaukee at a hospital there. She had taken a medication, or 2 medications, had an allergic reaction to it. And then she had second and third degree burns all across her body from her head down to her torso, and then inside as well, so her lungs, all that stuff. She was in a medically induced coma for 30 days, and she chose to take herself off of that. But one thing I did see there, because this is at a Catholic hospital, and you know Catholic hospitals, they usually have crosses everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then embedded in the wall was a cross. It was like in the wall. And she, before she got put in the coma, she was requesting, she couldn't talk, but she was telling them to take the cross down. Well, they couldn't take it down because it's in the wall. So what the nurses did is they actually printed a Star of David and put it over top of it. Now they covered a cross at a Catholic hospital. That's compassion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no way around that. I see that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, there's something here, you know. So I had that aspect there. And all the time before that, as I was growing up being Jewish, a lot of Christians told me I was going to hell because we killed Christ. I don't believe in Jesus, so I'm going to hell. So I had a very negative view of Christians in general. So here I was able to actually see there was some compassion that was involved. She passed away in January of 2008. I have the tattoo to show it. And so fast forward, April, my wife falls and breaks her femur and ends up going through some rehab with that. But basically I ended up putting her in the wheelchair permanently since April of 2008. Then in that time frame, we're trying to figure out finances and stuff. And then my wife gets into selling Mary Kay. And then about 3 years into it, 2.5 years into it, one of her Mary Kay sisters says she had a challenge from her pastor to read the Bible in 90 days. And so she challenged me to read the Bible in 90 days. I'm like, I'm agnostic, atheist, Jew. You think I'm going to read the Bible? I can read, I just don't. And then I knew Caleb had a 30-day challenge to listen to Christian music for 30 days. So I'm like, can I listen to Christian music for 90 days? She said, sure. That was January of 2011. And was it a month after that? I got in a car accident, almost head on. I took her van by chance, as I thought it was at first. And she had a ramp van, so it had a lower floor, reinforced firewall. I got hit head on, almost head on, at 45 miles an hour. She broke both axles, bounced off 3 cars. Three people went to the hospital. I walked out with a little bit of a sore neck. My glasses got tossed off and a sore finger. I mean, and then my van ended up in a snowbank.
Wow.
So the paramedics and firemen are like, somebody's looking over you. Because there's no way I could be able to walk away from that. I go, okay. And then 2-3 blocks up from there was a school zone. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. So if I hadn't got put in front of her, she may have run into a kid. Possibly.
Right.
Because she was going 45, 50 miles an hour. So I had protection there, even if I was just barely in the faith. I wasn't, well, not in the faith, but I'm on the radar now. Um, Fast forward to, I think it was March of 11, Winter Jam. Actually, the shirt I'm wearing. Um, they have that concert, and I saw Red, the band Red. I go,
Mm.
they had the pyro going and heavy metal. I go, if this is Christian, I think I can do this. And I said that to Judy, and so I kind of like that. Then there was KJ52 came on, who at the time, unfortunately, was doing his Mountain Dew music, songs, and not very good stuff. I thought it was kind of corny, and I'm like, well, I'm going to check it out anyways. I mean, he's the only hip hop artist there. And then they had a song with KJ52 and Lecrae, and the song is called "They Like Me," and they're talking about the black church, white church, all these different things, and how that kind of runs through. And I'm like, now I'm hooked because I like that. That song was good. Lecrae, if you know anything about what him and his crew is, 116, Romans 116.
Mhm.
I'm like, what the heck is Romans 116? I had never heard of Romans 116. So I looked in the Bible to figure out what Romans 116 was. Oh, unashamed. Gotcha. To the Jew first. Okay, this makes more sense. So now I was listening to Christian hip hop because they're actually saying the quotes of the scripture. So giving the addresses of where they're located. That was 2011. Fast forward to early 14. I'm at work and basically lose my job. Judy's trying to find work down in Texas. And I lose my job trying to figure out where I'm going. Because I have no idea. I can't, I go to Chicago trying to find a job, stay with friends. We're basically couch surfing. And just trying to figure out where we're supposed to go. Still not in the faith in that aspect. Closer than I was before. And if you've heard of Willow Creek Church up in Barrington, Illinois, it's one of the mega churches out there. I was 10 minutes from there. So they had free Wi-Fi, free coffee, free, and mainly free Wi-Fi. And I'd go there job searching. And they had a food pantry, so I'd go and hang out there. And I'd listen to worship group practice and stuff for Sunday. Go to church a few times, with friends. Christine Kane came there. So I was kind of around it a little bit there. And then I got a pull. I need to go get the family together because our dogs were at a shelter. Judy's in Texas. I'm like, I gotta pull it together. So I go down to Texas where she's at in Humble, Texas. She's already been baptized at this point, and I'm there maybe 2 weeks. And we have a Jamaican pastor down there, Pastor Coombs, and the faith that he had, I needed. And I was like, whatever he's got, I want. And when you hear the gospel coming from a Jamaican pastor, it just sounds differently. It hits different.
I bet.
And so we get going, and he was talking about doing baptisms and stuff. At the beginning, I had the baptism video in there. And basically, I always said growing up, I go, when I come to God, you're going to know. The skies are going to open up. There's going to be lightning and thunder. You're going to know. It's going to be obvious. Well, sure enough, they have at the church, the baptismal pool, they can't get it full because they're on swampland. Unable to get it full at all. She's like, Brother Jason, I don't think we're going to be able to get this because we can't get it full. And I'm like, oh, we're going to get this done somehow. 2 minutes later, the sky gets cloudy. Then it starts to thunder and lightning, and then it just pours. That baptismal pool was filled within 2 minutes. So I'm like, oh, we can go do this. And he's like, no, we're good. It's raining. I'm like, we're going to get wet anyways. Why not get in the pool? Let's just get it done. And all of a sudden, there's a big bolt of lightning comes down. He's like, no, we're going to have to wait. I'm like, why? We got Jesus. Let's just get this. Let's get this done. I am not stepping away from this. But he suggested we wait, so we waited. It cleared up, and then got baptized at that point. And that was, I said, July, I want to say 13th I think it's the date I figured out. 2014. It's been 12 years in that aspect now. And now I'm sitting here on campus at Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. You know, who'd have
That's
thought?
awesome.
So I mean, there's a lot of areas in between there. I call those the highlights of that. But like culturally, no one in my family, other than now my cousin, I'm not sure if he's watching or not. My cousin Stacy called me in a year and a half ago, um, saying that she got told she had to reach out to me and call me. I hadn't talked to her in almost 20 years at this time, separately from the faith related stuff. And we got talking, and I found out she had gotten saved when she was out in, I want to say, in Nevada. And her and her husband got baptized out there.
Awesome.
And so Jewish faith. She goes, the answer is Jesus. That's it. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Jesus. Nothing else. So
Wow.
now we've reconnected. So we're the only two of that aspect. All the cousins have married outside the faith. There's no one married Jews in our family. You know. But her and I are the only two that have now come to the faith in that way. So it's kind of cool to have that connection. That was in 2020 that she got baptized. But she reached out about a year and a half ago now. So, family.
So,
Go ahead.
oh, so you want to show the video of you getting baptized?
Can we do that again? I don't know how.
Yeah.
How do we?
Yeah, because like since nobody watched the intro that was in here.
Nobody watched the intro. Well, that's rude. Let's see. We'll just
well, somebody did, I'm sure, but I'm just saying.
They're like, oh, it's time. We'll shut it off. Let's see.
I was eating, so it's my wife's fault.
Can I just click play on that? Do you know? I've never.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Let me see.
Brother Jason Katz, upon the profession of his faith, I'm not baptized in the name of Jesus, and he received the power of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Amen.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So what was his name?
Pastor Elvis. It was actually Elvis. His name is Elvis, but Pastor Elvis Coombs.
Elvis Coombs. That's awesome. Hey, so he's Jamaican.
Yeah, he's Jamaican. And it's in Humble, Texas. Or Humble. He humbled.
Dude, that's where my brother lives. That's where my oldest brother lives, is in Humble. It's basically a suburb of Houston.
Yep, Atascocita is where we lived in Humble, Texas.
Okay,
Right.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
As you can tell, it was still raining there. It didn't completely clear up, but the lightning and thunder stopped. But he's like, "We're getting this done. I'm getting this done regardless." And that was, thankfully, I got it videotaped. So
That's awesome.
Man, that's cool. So went from being raised Jewish, went to atheist, and then boom, found Jesus Christ. That's so cool. 3 levels.
And now he's sitting at a seminary.
Yeah.
Tell me God don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah. And last night I was at my second class. First class for the semester was evangelism class. So, and Dr. Bucher is one of the world-renowned professors in evangelism. I mean, with Billy Graham and all that stuff. We went to Wheaton College up in Chicago area. I'm just the folks that I'm around in that aspect. Sound doctrine. Whether you believe in all the stuff that the Baptists believe, is one thing, but the people that are here are just amazing in that aspect with the knowledge they have. So,
yeah.
What up, Big Bird?
And you got to meet Darren.
Yeah. And that's the next thing. Like, you brought us here. We were supposed to be here 3 years ago, and we said no. We went out to North Carolina instead, and we had applied at school here, but it just didn't work out on our end. And then You got to call in again to come back because if we were here 3 years ago, I would have been diagnosed probably 3 years ago, and, you know. But then I wouldn't have met you, Darren. So I apologize. um, but he works it out, in that aspect. And I'm here in Louisville with all the stuff that's available for the services we have, all the for the visually impaired, and all that stuff.
So tell everybody about your vision, like what's for
Well,
those that hadn't heard yet.
the adversary is trying to take my vision, my sight, but he can't take my vision. Oh, I have what we call retinitis pigmentosa, RP for short. It's a genetic disease, mutation of some genes of some sort. I don't know what in that aspect. But basically causes vision loss slowly. Like for me, it's tunnel vision. So my peripheral it slowly decreases. Um, and others have it where central vision goes first and the peripheral stays good and then that decreases. Um, so mine's more of a center vision is good, but the outer is bad. So if you can be standing directly next to me on my left or right side, no clue you're standing there.
Wow.
I don't see that. And then it's progressive. I don't know how long it is because I've only got diagnosed in February, so I don't know what the overall progression is at this point. I just now noticed it because I was like, something's going on. Maybe it's diabetic, whatever, retinopathy or something, whatever, diabetes related. And no, it wasn't that. It was. I don't say worse, but one's a little more fixable. So, but I said the stuff I have available here through schooling for education, and then for the RP stuff is, the specialists that are all here in Louisville are just amazing in that aspect. And then the community that I discovered at the McDowell Center, it's God making the path, and here you go.
And so the McDowell Center, is that where you met Darren then?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed the story at the beginning.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, basically,
I didn't get to hear Darren, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, man, I want to hear this.
In short, it was he thought I was somebody else, and it wasn't, and he went to walk away from me, going, nope, not talking to this guy. I don't know who this is. He scares me. But the story with Darren we have. The nickname I was going to put on the computer here for this was Muffin Man. Basically, we have classes to learn different things. One's white cane training and learn how to use that. We have Braille. There's stories with, oh my God, we made an American flag with Braille. He did well. Mine was drunk. My flag. We had Judy in there, thankfully, and she was able to count for me because I can't count, apparently, to 30. Well, somebody else is counting to 30. But Muffin Man came from, we had a class where we learned how to cooking and baking and all that, cutting, dicing stuff to, safe-wise, being visually impaired. And one of them wanted to make muffins. What kind of we got? She goes, well, we got blueberry. I'm like, oh, I like blueberry muffins. I'll try that. I didn't want chocolate chip. I went with blueberry. We'll come to find out that Darren wanted to get, when he had it, was going to do muffins, but somebody already took the blueberry muffins, and that was me.
Oh, that's right. Because I made mixed blueberry, like wild berry muffins. There's like somebody already got the blueberry muffins. I didn't know that was you.
Well, at the time, but then later you found out when I brought the blueberry muffins down to the cafeteria, and I wouldn't share them with you.
That's how you became the Muffin Man.
Yeah. And he's like,
Pillsbury Doughboy.
And then at Darren's graduation, he didn't know we were coming. And he walks in. He was the social butterfly there. He was encouraging people, positive, all that stuff there. And he gave everybody nicknames and stuff. And then Judy and I rolled in, And he's like, "Oh, you heard the chair? I'm assuming, right? You heard the chair and go, oh, Judy's here." Well, then he's like, "The Muffin Man," and I got a thing of muffins from Walmart, and when I brought the muffins, and they're blueberry. And Darren's one of those folks, you can talk a good game, and he's always, I got him speechless. So I say I won on that one. But yeah, so the Muffin Man is blueberry muffins is kind of going to be a running joke for I don't know how long, but anyways, but yeah. So
So
I
big.
said, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, so basically, having a connection with as simple as blueberry muffins or a drunk American flag with Braille, that kind of stuff. Experiences I never thought I'd have. Type
Hey,
of,
James.
and then the community that's built in there as well. And I said, I started that in May, so it's only been a few months. I mean, I graduated when the Extreme Tour was here, and
Congrats on graduating.
yeah, and we brought Manny Hubbard or Manny and Fuego from the Extreme Tour. He played guitar, singing "I Trust in God," with Abby from that taught us Braille. She played violin while we were there. So we had a little worship concert at the McDonald Center at my graduation.
That's awesome.
So it wasn't your typical graduation, but
That's awesome. So you wanna talk about your dad's music and play one of his songs?
well, I have a video which I could share. I could put that in
Sure.
to play, but yeah,
Yeah, the video's fine.
it, basically, my dad played semi-professional music. It was all cover songs primarily. It was 1970s type. So it was he played saxophone, um, backup sing, and then there was a quartervox, and then drums. So very 70s disco style stuff. Um, but I had his cassette that we had gotten back in the it was recorded in the 70s. I had got it transferred over to CD probably in the early 90s, and then I moved it over to MP3 probably 15 years ago. And then a buddy of mine, I don't know if Jeff, if you know him, Tom Golly, he digitally remastered the songs for us. So I got them all
awesome.
edited, digitally remastered, and they just sound amazing. Um, so technically, I have a book I wrote, Music by Transition, which was my dad's band. So technically, it has a soundtrack. It's got like 13 tracks.
Wow.
People need to buy a book.
Yeah, I'm working on editing that one again, updating it still, but it's still available. I mean, through Amazon or what's the other one?
So
Lulu.
they just type.
Lulu.com is the other
So it's type music by transition.
Music by Transition, or type in Jason Katz.
Awesome.
So basically, that book talks about it has his writings, his poetry and short stories published. Then it has a little testimony about, or a little story about him growing up, that kind of stuff. Then the second half is primarily my testimony up until 2014. So I got to do a second half, obviously, but it was a see if it works kind of deal. It was proof of concept, and then the music as well. I said he does he plays saxophone. I have the video is it's not very Christian, but it's the one they did was "Shake Your Booty."
Awesome.
All right.
But
Casey and the Sunshine.
Casey and the Sunshine Band. About 2 minutes in, you'll hear them say, "Take it, Craigie." That's my dad, and that's when he does a saxophone solo.
Cool.
So give me 1 sec here to pull that up.
I'm excited to see this. I hadn't seen this yet.
You haven't seen it yet? Oh, come on.
It's on like Donkey Kong, baby. And Big Bird says he's praying for you. Thank you, Big Bird. And we got James Pickle in here. What up, James Pickle? Thanks for watching.
Okay.
And everybody share this live out. We got 6 people in here. Let's get 10 people in here.
Okay.
The more shares, the better.
I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Give me 1 sec.
Cool.
Let's get out there and do it now. Make it by transition. I hope you like it. The building say, get on the floor. I wanna see you dance. Don't fight the feelings, man. Give yourself a chance. Shake, shake, shake. Mama do shake, you shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Mama do shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it so very well. You're the best one on the dance floor. Me and my color box can tell. Shake, shake, shake. Mama do shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Mama do shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. Shake, shake. Mama do shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Mama na 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 na. Shake, 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 shake. Now shake your booty. Mama na 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 na. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Mama do shake, shake. Now shake your booty. Now shake your booty. Take it crazy. Shake, 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 mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty, now shake your booty. Shake, 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 mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty, now shake your booty. You can do it, you can do it, you do it so very well. You're the best one on the dance floor. Me and Tony can tell. Shake, 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 mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty, now shake your booty. Shake, 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 mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty, now shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty. Mama na 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 na, hear me sing. Shake, ooh, shake, shake, now shake your booty. Mama na 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 na, oh oh, shake, 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 oh shake, ooh, shake, now shake your booty, now shake your booty. Oh oh, shake, 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 mama do shake, shake, now shake your booty, shake your booty.
All right, so let's do this right here. So that was cool. Let's try this right here. We got the clap from the audience. So that was your dad playing the sax on that.
Yep. Yep.
That's so cool. That's cool. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I grew up listening to was, that kind of stuff. So music is a big part of what we do, or what I do. He was doing that. He said he was working Monday through Friday, the 9 to 5 gigs kind of deal. And then he would do a Friday night show, Saturday night show kind of thing. That's before we didn't do, obviously we didn't do Sabbath or anything Friday night because he was out doing music. We
Right.
didn't do church on Sunday because we don't do church on Sunday. So Sunday, he'd come home 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning Sundays, Sunday morning, and then we'd have Sunday a little bit of time with him, and then Monday morning started school and work again. He did that for a bit, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. He said, I'm not gonna see my kids grow up if I'm gonna be doing this all the time. So he kind of stopped with the music in that aspect. And he picked it up just doing gigs here and there, He did blues stuff. He would do all kinds of different genres. He did big band. So like the Park District had big band stuff, and he'd be out during the 4th of July parade or Memorial Day parade. He'd be on a big trailer playing with 30 different musicians doing God Bless America, those kind of things. But he also did like musicals and stuff. So he'd go and be in the pit, for the musical stuff. And when I saw Katz, spelled the other way, West Side Story, that kind of stuff. And he'd be out there playing saxophone down there. Sometimes clarinet. He played clarinet as well.
Wow.
He was multi-talented.
Yeah. So I'd go and watch musicals all the time. West Side Story, I still think that's probably one of the best ones I've seen live. I got to see West Side Story. He's out there playing. I think he plays saxophone on that one.
Wow.
I mean, that's music. It was literally his lifeblood.
Yeah.
So that's why music's a big deal for me too. Kind of grew up with that aspect.
Yeah.
But definitely not.
That sounds like a pretty big band.
What's that? Was that what he had there?
It sounds like a pretty big band, West Side Story.
Or West Side Story? It's a musical.
Oh, musical. Okay.
Yeah. It's the Jets and
Betty and the Jets.
No.
Like a modern day Romeo and Juliet.
What was that?
It's like a modern day Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's the Jets
Okay.
and I can't remember. But it's in the 50s. It takes place in the 50s. But I know I saw that. He never did Fiddler on the Roof, ironically. But you think he would have? But I did see it growing up. Did see Fiddler on the Roof. It was a very Jewish.
That's awesome.
But I said I grew up around the music the whole time.
So everybody needs to buy a book. They can go to Amazon and what was the other website?
Lulu.com, LULU.com.
Lulu.com and search Music by Transition, Jason Katz. And the song, so you mentioned Tom Golly.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who's listening, Tom Golly is a Christian artist. We play his music on the radio station. Now he does a podcast. Now, I don't know if he's going to get back into music or not. It sounds like he's not, but I hope he does. But Tom Golly's got awesome music, his awesome songs. We play his stuff all the time on the radio. I've got songs on my phone by him. Like what was the name of that song? He says, "Keep fighting." So, are you lost? You don't want to be found? Just keep fighting.
Yeah, I did a video, anniversary type video for Judy and I use that "Keep Fighting" song. It has a little testimony in there. It's on our YouTube page on Kwake Radio YouTube. Shows like the car accident. It shows us kind of going up together. If you know Judy, nothing really stops her, including putting a mattress over her head trying to get up the ramp. There's a picture of that, or shoveling snow, that kind of stuff.
Well, she's TUFF tough.
That is true, and it's capital.
Especially dealing with you.
Absolutely. But yeah, I have the "Keep Fighting" song, and then I think at the end of that video, or one of the videos I have.
Hey Adam, what's up, Adam?
It's a picture of basically we had Bible study in Galesburg. I want to say it was in 14, it might have been 15. And we're holding hands at a Bible study in Galesburg, Illinois. And just before that, we had lost everything, but we had a Bible study in a small church.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it was one of the large churches in Galesburg. One of the original churches from that's in downtown. But the church we were attending was what, maybe 5 or 6 people, predominantly black church. So we were the white folks in there, and we're sitting here learning apostolic approach to Scripture, getting the faith, you know. But we're in a church and a Bible study on a Tuesday night in Galesburg. Just a couple years before that, we were couch surfing, you know. So, and now I'm in
God is,
seminary. You know what I mean? Just
hey,
how that
that's
plays out.
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
full circle. You know, to go from where you went from being raised Jewish to atheist and on and on. Now, like you said, you're at Baptist seminary school, learning to be a pastor. Man, that'll
Stop saying
preach.
that. I'm not learning to be a pastor. I'm learning to be a better evangelist and
Oh, I
reach
like that.
people. I don't want to be a pastor. I'm probably going to be one, but we don't. No, stop.
Song, keep fighting.
Yeah, I love that song too. But
Thank you for tuning in, Adam. Adam says, God bless you all. I'm so glad my buddy Adam is in here. Man, that is awesome. So I got a question here, and maybe Jeff has a question or two. So, Darren, what is your testimony about?
What do you mean?
Like when did you get saved?
No, I was saved when I was 14. My dad was a pastor. I was raised in the church.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, Darren, was you raised in the Baptist church or
Christian.
Christian?
Yeah, my dad used to preach here in Louisville when I was younger, and I had an older sister. She was pretty big at singing, so she sang in the choir and in church as well as at school. So when she got baptized at like 14 or 15, she kind of talked me into it, but more so just kind of introduced me to things. So since then, I went to Bible college for about a year. I've, kind of been just wandering out in the world, seeing things through different perspectives ever since then.
Okay.
That's powerful.
you got any other questions, Jeff or Jared or Darren?
I know Jeff's
for a
probably
while.
got.
I talked to him for a while there, so I mean,
I know Jeff's probably got a load of them.
yeah.
Like I said, people don't really understand. There can be cultural implications.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you hadn't talked to your brother in 10 years. Your brother and you didn't talk for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is your brother? Is he? Obviously, I mean, he was kind of raised the same way as you are, but is your brother, still that way? I mean, the way that you all used to be, or is he now practicing the Jewish faith, or
No.
what's?
When we stopped talking, we were on edge before, anyways, due to other family stuff in that aspect.
Okay.
But the Jewish stuff, I mean, he's at the same level Jewish as before. I mean, atheist almost, but culturally Jewish. But it's very minimal conversation with him in that aspect.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally he'll send me a message in Messenger, or like a post I have on there. But for 10 years, there was almost nothing, aspect. So.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It'd be awesome if he was watching this live tonight.
Well, maybe. If he is,
so
hi, Eric.
back in the day, I used to own a lawn care, and we mowed yards for several Jewish families. And we used to go up. We used to have to go every year, and at their houses. Well, we did the rabbis first, obviously. Yeah. We wanted to make sure his was done first. So we went and we put up I think it was called a sukkah.
Yeah.
that we put up. You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, it's like this. I don't know. I called it a straw hut. I mean, it was basically like like this little structure, and so we went and put that up every year, and for several people. And I remember this gal kind of. I don't remember the whole story behind it, but she was talking about if you have a stranger show up during this time and they show up at your home and you invite them in and they eat and whatnot. I don't know. There was an extra blessing for you or something. I didn't quite understand it, but it was very interesting. But every year we had to go put those things up, and they had to be just right,
Yeah.
And so we did that every year, and then I would try to share my faith, and that didn't really go over too well. but I used to there was a few times some of the people were older, much older, and were very ill, and I said I'm going to be praying for Harold or whoever it was. I don't remember the one guy's name, and his wife said thank you so much. Very receptive to that. And but no, things were they had to be just right at those houses. I do remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything is systematic and
Yes.
organized
Yes.
and very not regulated, but regulated. This is
Oh,
how it's going to be systematic, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other cultural stuff in there. Um, this isn't a good. It's a story, and I'm not proud of this story because I was definitely not in the faith. But it was after my dad had passed, and so basically, we still did a generally did a Jewish funeral, and we didn't know what rabbi to get because my dad's death was kind of sudden. I mean, he was sick for quite a while. He had to take him to the hospital, and within like a week or so, he had basically was gone. After he had improved for a bit, but we didn't know. So his brothers, my uncles, his oldest brother, had a rabbi. So okay, we'll deal. They were more in the faith than my dad was. My mom was. So he had the rabbi. It was my uncle's rabbi. My mom met with him and stuff, and like any good service, you have to pay for it. It's some type deal. So my mom's, they had been married 30 years at the time, and she's just trying to figure out how to bury her husband, and so we talked to the rabbi, and he goes, nothing is, and I still stick with this. Nothing is expected. Anything's appreciated. On the approach of payment, he goes, and I said, when do we have to pay? He goes, whenever you get a chance. There's no rush. So that's the backstory of that. Because the rabbi was like, I'm not worried about payment. I'm not here for payment. As much as people say Jews are about money, this is a proof that they're not. He's like, whatever, as in essence. And so we had, the funeral. We're at the funeral home for my mom just wrote the check to the funeral home for services and stuff. And in short, my uncle comes up to sometimes my mom said, "Are you have you paid the rabbi yet?" I'm like, "Well, no." He said, "Whenever we get a chance." He goes, "Well, you got to pay the rabbi." I'm like, "Well, she just wrote I don't know, $10,000 check or whatever it was for the services for the funeral, so she still didn't write the check for the rabbi because she said, don't worry about it." Then we had we said Sabbath. I can't remember the term. My brain just went blank. Shiva. We sat Shiva for 3 days. So we're at my parents' house where Judy and I were living at the time as well. And we have sit Shiva. We have family over, all that kind of stuff. And like on the third day, second day, I think it was actually, my uncle comes up to my mom and asks, have you paid the rabbi yet? I'm already livid at this point with that. I'm like, rabbi said, don't worry about it, whatever. So, in short, I went off on him. I went to my uncle, which is definitely something you don't do culturally. I don't know how it is in the Christian faith, but he's the elder of the family, right? My uncle is the elder. He's the oldest. And I told him, if you want to effing pay the rabbi, you pay him. I used the actual word. I didn't, that didn't end well, because that was very disrespectful to the elder. Because my grandparents had passed it already at this point, so he's up there. So that kind of turned the rest of the family off at that point. So I'm like, yeah, you don't tell off the elder. So I told that story to full circle stuff. I want to say it was 2012. I'm still not in the faith yet. But we went to a Skillet concert in Rockford, Illinois. We saw Skillet, Disciple, Manifest, and We As Human in Rockford.
Wow.
And, so it was a pretty good show. It was like a 500-person venue type.
Oh, massive show.
No, not for Skillet.
Well, I mean, the lineup of groups, I mean.
Yeah. But we were there. The Disciple, Kevin Young has a part in the song, and he says, let go. He goes, take something that you're holding on to. And so this is 9 years later, after my dad passed. He goes, take something you're holding on to, kind of thing, and give it to God and let it go. So I took that in my head. My grandfather's, my dad's thing that I had there, where I talked to my uncle and did that, asking for forgiveness on that. So I'm like, I did that, and I go to Facebook. Then a couple days, the next day, and at the time, my cousins that were still friends with me on Facebook had posted that it was their dad had passed away, my uncle that I had basically went off on. So I never fully got the opportunity to apologize in that aspect. But did I? I gave it to God. So
Right.
I don't know. So that aspect of things, like, did it happen? Possibly. But it's just, God was working on that. Because, that's been 9 years. It wasn't anything recent. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, God, if you got this, I give it to you. So I'm guessing he took it. And I said 2 years later. 2 years later, I got saved.
Apologies aren't for the other people. They're for you. So that your conscience and your heart are clean. And you did that. You did the right thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he may not have received it. You don't know that. You know what I mean? I mean, had the opportunity been there, he might not have received it. But if you meant it from your heart, it's a done deal. It's over with. It's forgiven. It's not something you have to carry.
Yeah.
I mean, point blank.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing says culturally, people say, or like, in the people that are in the faith, and they know their parents are going to heaven, or they can see their parents, all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, do Jews go to heaven still? In that aspect? 'Cause my parents definitely were not Christian, and then they were barely in the faith. So are they going to be there? I don't know. So.
Good question.
Because it's easier to stay with what you know and what you stick with. Last thing I wanted to be was a Christian. But, anyways.
Here you are.
I digress.
Here you are. Hey, I'm thankful you're here, because if it wasn't for the Lord blessing Jason, we wouldn't have Darren with us. Me and Jeff wouldn't have met. Kwake Radio wouldn't be here. I mean, everything comes full circle.
So it's a circle of life, like the Lion King.
Yeah.
Hiya, whatever that song is on the line.
Yeah.
So tell everybody about donating to Kwake Radio if they want to help the radio station grow.
Except nothing less than $1 million at a time.
Right on, brother.
Easy, Kenneth.
Kenneth Copeland.
But we'll go anywhere from a penny up, whatever. No, go to QuakeRadio.com. There's a link on there for donate here. It's tax deductible. The money that we get in goes towards um, help covering, like the StreamYard, YouTube stuff, outreach events that we do, the radio station. We don't take any of it into our pockets at all. It all goes into the ministry. And we've been doing this bootstrapping for 10 years in that way. So it would say it all goes into, or like if there's somebody that's needing a meal, money goes, might utilize it, but it doesn't go to our pockets for anything. It all goes towards, let's say, outreach events. We haven't done them in a year since we've been here, because we don't have the finances to do it at this point. But and we've stepped back to serve at our church that we're at here, doing the events that they do, because we were kind of told to step back, observe, learn, and serve. So that's the reason why we haven't done events out here. Now you guys are welcome to do events as well, so that's cool. But for us, we've been told for us to sit back and serve our church with the events they do, which we have coming up on Saturday.
Sweet. So tell us about the event Saturday.
State Street Baptist, New Albany, Indiana. It's SSBC Outreach Ministries, so State Street Baptist Church Outreach Ministries. This is their third year doing it. They do 5 or 6 events a year. Just this past Friday, we had the Protest, Relent, and our worship band, These Beautiful Ruins. If you haven't seen Relent live, do it.
Those guys are amazing.
Protest is great too, and so is These Beautiful Ruins. But Miggy from Relent, amazing. But that's what we did Friday. This Saturday we're doing. They do a cookout. Our pastor is a barbecuologist.
Ooh.
I didn't know they gave out degrees for that, but apparently he earned one.
Ooh.
So that's his business. He does smoker. And
you're making me hungry.
So we do like pulled pork, brisket, potato salad, desserts, all those free meal to the community. And then after that, so usually at 5:00 is when that starts to meal, and about 6:30. I should know the band's name. Kirby Stales or something like that. I should know it. It's on Facebook. It's a country band that's going to be playing, and they do a free concert for the community as well. This is their first country. It's usually hard rock and heavy metal, but we have a country band playing, and the opening band is their former worship leader from back in the day. So, but they do all these events. They do a Thanksgiving one with Hush Harbor, and I think there's another. September has one, October has one, and then they're doing a New Year's Eve. I can't remember September, October. One of them is Resurrection Fest. So
Yes.
Resurrection Records.
Yes.
So
Aaron Hobbs, Aaron Michaels music.
Yep. I Against No One is going to be there. We're friends.
Ooh.
They're at all the events. They live in Frankfort, Kentucky, and they're going to do a New Year's Eve one as well. A big event with that.
Man, Resurrection Fest. If y'all don't follow Resurrection Records on Facebook, shout out to Aaron Hobbs. He goes by Aaron Michaels Music. He does his own music, but then he has a bunch of Christian rock artists, plus 3 or 4 Christian rap artists signed to his record label. And also my boy, aka the Christian rapper, Aaron Kenneth Cowles. What up, dog, if he's in here. But yeah, Resurrection Records is the best, in my opinion, independent record label out there for Christian artists. He's got a bunch of good ones.
Yeah, they are pretty good. I said my favorite still, I would say, is I Against No One, but I'm a little biased.
Song 99, we played it when they came on here. Those guys are great.
See it, or the new one, See As You See. Have you heard that?
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I don't think I have.
that just came out. See as you see.
Oh, okay.
Powerful song. You want to?
And if I did hear it, I may have played it the other day. I love those guys because
Yeah.
I think they were the ones that came on for my 100th episode with you,
Yeah. Yeah. They were
Doug Brenneman, and what was the other one?
Douglas. Fallis.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
Fallis. Yeah. Doug and Douglas. The Dougs.
yeah. Shout out to Doug Brenneman and Douglas. They were awesome.
Yeah. So they got their events. State Street Baptist or SSBC Outreach Ministries. Small but powerful church doing outreach to the community with stuff, concerts, feeding the community, all that kind of stuff. And they hosted an Extreme Tour in July when they came out.
Man, the Extreme Tour, I've yet to see them, but I want to see them. They say the Extreme Tour is awesome.
Well, bring them to your town.
Yeah, because the Extreme Tour
Just talk to
is
Damon.
ministry first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a place for them to stay and a place for them to play. And you get them some food, they'll come out. I mean, there's also some financial in there, but
Sure.
Jared's big money anyway. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Look, I could have broken my dreams. What you talking about? And that's bad. I have to be real with you.
So, Darren, you got any questions at all, Darren? Any comments, questions, concerns?
No, my time's about running out anyway, but it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I was just saying, I know it's getting close on time. So
yeah, so this has been awesome. So you and Darren went to what was the school y'all went to for the blind?
Charles McDowell.
Yeah. Charles
McDowell.
You remember the first name? I couldn't remember the first name.
Wasn't CD,
it Pam?
Sir.
Wasn't it was it Pam? Wasn't it her center? Was it Pam that was always going around everywhere? That
Are you talking about no sticks, non-stick Pam? Yeah, she's everywhere.
She's everywhere. Yeah, she's at this entrance when you come in. She's in the kitchen. She's going down the hallway. Everywhere you look, Pam was there. Where's she at? Everywhere. She had non-stick Pam.
It reminds me of the Ray Stevens song. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
But yeah, Darren, I appreciate you joining in on us.
Yeah.
Just a quick little note.
Nice meeting y'all too.
Yeah, he may be doing a podcast of his own soon. He still has to decide if he wants to. He's a stand-up comedian.
Hey,
working on it.
He's working on it.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, so earlier you mentioned Braille. Did you know that Chuck Norris can speak Braille?
What did he do? Beat him in place? I would tell Jason to read some Braille, but he gets stuck on parentheses.
Oh, jeez, he's not wrong.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Drop the D. Just drop the D.
So, one quick question before Darren leaves. I know Jason and Jess heard this. So what do you call Jesus working out?
Jeez, I know this one.
I have no idea.
Jehovah Fitness.
Oh, wow.
That's a knee slapper right there.
It's not.
It's not. Oh, that's great.
Sorry. I've heard the joke like 20 times, so I mean it's funny the first one. A little funny in the second, but by the time you get to 20, I'm like, it's Jehovah Fitness.
Man, so this is.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, this has been an awesome episode, and I want to see that. So I want to encourage everybody watching, share this live, share the radio station's website if you can't donate. But if you can donate, that'd be great. Anything to help the radio station grow. My dream is to have a FM station where Jason's at, and then down here, and maybe even where Jeff's at, have a FM station of Kwake Radio, and then everybody in the whole area gets to hear it. But plus, you can listen online. So,
Jeff is going to be in Louisiana in about 5 weeks. I'm going to be moved down there solid.
Jaron Toohey. We got a famous lead singer in here. We got Jaron Toohey from Epigone in the comment section there.
Awesome.
I thought we have first. I'm like, no, it's not. It says Jaron.
It says good to see y'all. Good to see you too, brother. I tell you what, we have averaged We got 7 viewers right now. We have averaged about 7 viewers the whole night. I appreciate everybody that's watching. Adam, Jaron, whoever else is in here. Man, it's been great. Anything you want to? Anybody you want to shout out, Darren?
Nah, just glad to be here. Glad to support Jason, and
Appreciate
nice
it.
to meet you all. Hope everything works out successfully for all y'all, and that y'all stay blessed.
Thank you.
And you come on. Hey, you come on anytime you want to come on my podcast. I do one every Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And maybe we'll give you some more time to do some jokes. Not Jehovah's Fitness, though. Not
Hey.
Jehovah's Fitness.
Right.
I love. Look, I could laugh all day at jokes. If you don't laugh at jokes, there's something wrong with you.
True.
That's it.
'Cause
I'll be on Thursday night at 7:00 on Unchained. My topic this week is false prophets.
Oh wow.
I'm going to be talking about false prophets and how they're being
Cough, cough,
exposed.
Joel Osteen. Cough, cough.
Believe that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this Jaron says I'll be watching back to catch his stream. Yes, please watch the replay, Jaron. That'd be great. And did you have a video you wanted to end with, Jason? Anybody you want to thank too? Shout out.
Well, I just appreciate everybody. Well, I don't know if Judy can. She might be able to hear me, but I appreciate her for the process of this, going through all the stuff, and then especially most recently with the vision, the RP stuff, and adjusting. Me trying to remember find where stuff is. Just appreciate
Darren,
all you
so
guys
funny.
coming out, all you guys coming through and being on here, and especially Darren for the support. Even though it's only been a couple months, but it's been a good support. Learning what I had gone through was not unusual. Give me some pointers as we go through. So appreciate you, Darren.
No problem, man.
Mr. 3D. Parentheses.
Hey, look what Jaron says right there.
Y'all guys are going to break the camera. Look at these good-looking dudes on here today. Hey,
you know, there's 3. I'm not one of them.
Yeah. I'm going to say, hey, liars are friars, Jaron. Be careful now.
Hey, we're going to go celebrate after this, right?
Free skee ball, baby. Check it.
But
You got a video you want to end with?
well, it has an outro, so I'm not sure how that
Yes.
works. I've never done the outro. But before we go, Jeff, would you be willing to pray us out?
I sure will.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Father, we thank you. Lord God, we just thank you today. God, I thank you that you gave us another day today. With breath in our lungs, you woke us up. Give us another shot at life to get things right today, to get it right with you. God, I just pray right now, Lord God. I pray that you bless my brother Jason and my brother Darren. I pray that you would bless them spiritually, physically, and financially, God. I pray that you would touch them. Lord God, continue to work through them, continue to work in them and on them. Lord God, place your hand of protection around them, Lord God, and just continue to walk with them throughout the day. Father, and again, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for their salvation. God, I'm grateful for what you've been doing through them and to them. Lord God, and I just appreciate them coming on. And I appreciate Kwake Radio, God, that all the opportunities that you provided me and Jared and others. And I just appreciate you just being with Jason and having him start this thing. God, and I just ask you to bless it, continue to bless it. Lord God, I just pray that, we may not reach thousands, God, but I pray just give us one more. Let us reach one, God. Let us reach one for you, Lord God, whether it be through a testimony or whether it be through music, Father. And I just ask all of these things in the mighty and precious name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Look what Jaron says. Jaron says, yeah, I know, Revelation 21:8.
Dude never misses a beat, man. Telling you.
That cat's is cool.
This cat is over here. Oh, so I'm gonna hit the end stream and see what it does. I think it's going to
Yeah, see if it does the outro.
I see. We'll figure it out. We'll learn on our own. Let's see how.
Or if you want to, just hit play on the outro.
Hit end stream. Oh, it'll play it. Play outro. Here we go.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's really good, y'all? This is your boy Idioms the Professor, aka Grandpa Flawless on Fleek. And when I'm not out here in the belly of the beast, I'm checking out Kwake RIC Praise News, where music is therapy. Stay frosty, my friends.